Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanita, and on this channel I talk about spirituality, law of attraction, personal development, things like that. So if you're into any of those things, then join the beautiful spiritual family. Today is going to be a very quick, very straightforward video in which I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 15 spiritual slash law of attraction books. Anytime I do the whole question and answer thing on Instagram, a whole lot of people ask me about books. People ask me all kinds of different questions about books because they know I read a lot. Specifically, people ask me questions about law of attraction and spirituality books. Some people ask me what is the book to start with if you're just getting into the whole law of attraction thing. Other people ask me what is the book to read if you are not so much interested in the law of attraction, but you are interested in spirituality and religion and things like that. A lot of people who want to start yoga ask me questions about yoga books, and a lot of people who are into the more scientific part of the law of attraction ask me what kind of books are more scientific about this subject. So I decided I'm finally going to sit down and just create this list of my top 15 law of attraction slash spirituality books in order to give you guys really good resources in order to just, bump up your law of attraction slash spirituality journey. Either way, I feel like this is way too long of an intro for my favorite books, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Actually, hold on. I want to mention that the books are not listed in any particular order. They're just listed. So the first spirituality slash law of attraction book that I recommend to literally everyone I meet is The Alchemist. The Alchemist is not a self-help book. Technically, it's not a non-fiction book that is recommending you stuff that teaches you things. Instead, it's an allegorical novel that is so full of symbolism that you learn from it. So if you are not a fan of non-fiction, if you have trouble concentrating on kind of just advice kind of books, then this is a book for you because it actually has a storyline and it's actually so inspirational to follow the storyline of this boy who's following his dream. This book is seriously amazing and I recommend it to every single one of you, but it will especially so be good for those of you who are looking to find yourself, for those of you who maybe have trouble connecting to your purpose or maybe have trouble even finding your purpose in general, because this book is all about a boy following his dream and trying to kind of understand the signs from the universe in order to eventually reach his treasure. The second book that I'm mentioning today, that's one of my favorite books ever, is a classic, and it's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book is a must-read for anyone in the law of attraction community. If The Alchemist was more so spiritual than it is the law of attraction as per se, this book is definitely the law of attraction kind of a book. And it especially will interest those of you who are more so business-oriented, entrepreneurial kind of minds. So if you are an entrepreneur, if you're looking to be an entrepreneur, if you are into the business side of things and money and finances, then this is the law of attraction book for you. My next favorite law of attraction slash spirituality book is Jen Sincero's You Are a Badass. This is a more recent book and it's amazing. It's amazing. You guys, if you have trouble connecting with a lot of self-help books because they feel kind of boring and they're just kind of more so philosophical than you would prefer them to be, then this is the book for you. Jen Sincero does such a freaking amazing job of talking about philosophical things like law of attraction and spirituality and still keep it entertaining and funny. I would definitely 100% suggest this book to those of you guys who are just starting in your law of attraction journey and you're not looking to read anything serious, anything too philosophical. You just want something entertaining and fun, something that will get you going into the whole law of attraction movement. So this is definitely a book for those of you who are more on the lighthearted side of the law of attraction right now. I have recommended this book to countless of people and every single one of them has come back to me and been like, thank you for the recommendation. This is an amazing book. My next favorite self-help book is The Game of Life and How to Play It. This is definitely more so a law of attraction book than it is a spirituality book. It's more like Think and Grow Rich than any other book that I've already mentioned. It has that old kind of style language to it as well, and it's going to be a good read for those of you guys who are looking to learn from examples. This book is literally a collection of examples about the law of attraction. So if you are looking to be inspired by examples of law of attraction stories going well, then this is a book for you. I do want to warn you guys though that this book is Christian, so it has a Christian skew to it, Christian narrative to it. There's a lot of conversation about Jesus, about just like tiny specific things like the Son, the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit, that thing. So if you're not Christian and you usually get kind of cringy reading a very Bible-like narrative, then this may be a little bit hard to get into. But quite frankly, I'm non-Christian and Christianity is probably the farthest from the religions that I'm interested in, but I still absolutely enjoyed the book. If you kind of are just able to grasp the message of the book rather than focus on the Christian narrative of it, then you'll understand it well. And if you are a Christian and if you are into the whole Christian narrative, then this book is absolutely for you. The next on my favorites list is actually not one but two books, and they are by the same author, and I just couldn't pick between them, so I decided that I'm going to put both of them on the list because they're short anyway. And the books are The 4 Agreements and The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. I really hope that I'm saying his last name correctly. If not, I'm sorry. You're welcome to correct me down below in the comments. So The 4 Agreements and The Mastery of Love are both more so on spirituality side of things than they are on the law of attraction side of things. I don't think they actually ever talk about your thoughts manifesting in physical reality. They're more so a kind of a guideline to how to live a happy and fulfilling life. The 4 Agreements is pretty self-explanatory. It's about 4 agreements that you have to make with yourself in order to just live life to its fullest potential. And The Mastery of Love just teaches you how to love people well, how to love in a way that is unattached, how to love in a way that is divinely inspired rather than ego-oriented. These books are tiny, you guys, so even if you don't like reading, I really recommend you guys read these books because they are amazing. The next book on my favorites list is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I really hope that I'm saying his name correctly, but you know how I am with names in general. The Power of Now is definitely a spiritual book. It's not a law of attraction book, but it's so fundamentally wise. Like, this book will literally change your life, even though it states very obvious facts that you already know. This book is basically about how you are supposed to be living in this very moment. Otherwise, you're missing your life. And most of us, unfortunately, are missing our lives because we're not focused on this very beautiful moment, but we're instead thinking about the past or looking into the future. And he just kind of explains the reason why we should be in the now, the reason why life is happening right here, and why it makes all the difference to put your focus on the now. Next on my favorites list is E Squared by Pam Grout, and this book is good for those of you who are skeptics. If you are new to the law of attraction and if you're not sure whether it works or not, this book has 9 experiments that you can do in order to prove to yourself that this law is real, that you are in fact living in a conscious universe that is ready to manifest your desires for you. I'm pretty sure I talked about this book before on this channel because it definitely shaped my belief in my ability. When I did all of the 9 experiments, everything has changed for me because now I consciously recognize my power as opposed to kind of guessing whether it's real or not. So if you're a skeptic, if you want to just check out whether law of attraction is real, this book is for you. The next book on my list is by my favorite spiritual author, Dr. Wayne Dyer. You guys, I freaking love Dr. Wayne Dyer. Any book written by him is worth the read. I promise you, if you see a book in the bookstore that's by Dr. Wayne Dyer, get it. I've read like most of them and I absolutely adored every single one of them. He's definitely one of my favorite spiritual gurus out there. He is passed already, but his legacy is just phenomenal. Like, I definitely feel connected to him on a different level. Okay, I kind of got off tangent here for a second, but the book that I'm talking about is Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. This book is a reflection book to Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. So this book is not necessarily Wayne Dyer just like, coming up with his own scenarios, but it's him reflecting on the fundamental truths that he finds in Taoism and Lao Tzu's writing. I love this book because it's not only inspiring in a sense of spirituality or the law of attraction, but it's also educational in the sense that it explains to you Taoism and its fundamental truths. So if you're looking to learn about a new religion, if you're looking to learn fundamental truths existing within Taoism, then this is definitely a read for you. The next book on my list is The Seed of the Soul by Gary Zukov. This is definitely a more so spiritual book. In fact, I would call it kind of a general Bible on spirituality. It has just a lot of the fundamentals about spiritual movement, about the new age beliefs. So I'm just kind of gonna read you the names of the chapters in order for you to kind of get a sense of what this book is about, because this book is about everything. So the chapters are called Karma, Reverence, Heart, Intuition, Light, Intention, Responsibility and Choice, Relationships, Souls, Power, Psychology. So it's kind of just a book that summarizes a lot of the spiritual knowledge that exists out there. And it's amazing because it's not just spiritual in a sense that it inspires you to, have a hold of your own power, but it's also interesting to those of you guys who are interested in answering the metaphysical questions like, how did I come here? Why am I here? What is my purpose? This book addresses all of those questions. The next book on my list is Inner Engineering by Sadhguru. I probably said that name wrong, but he's also known as Jaggi Vasudev. Once again, probably said that wrong. Sorry about that. But this man is a very, very dominant figure, is a very, very dominant yogi who has his influence on the East as well as on the West. This book is a New York Times bestseller and it's a very, very good book. It's kind of a mixture of an autobiography and a lot of self-reflection, as well as it is advice and just, self-help conversation. But if you are interested in learning from a yogi perspective, this is definitely a book for you. The next book on my list is not going to be for everyone. I definitely don't recommend it to everyone, especially to the beginners in the law of attraction and spirituality area, because it does have that very heavy philosophical kind of language to it. It's gigantic. It's literally 800 pages long, but I absolutely freaking love it. So if you're one of those people who don't mind the kind of complicated narrative of a lot of philosophical text, then this could be a book for you. This book definitely has a Christian narrative to it as well, which is something that I struggle with a lot, because a lot of the things I just don't understand. This book is definitely heavily Christian, but the truth, the amount of wisdom that I'm getting from this book is phenomenal. Every single time I'm having a hard time in my life, this is the book that I go to. Next book is kind of related to A Course in Miracles, and it's The Universe Has Your Back by Gabby Bernstein. Gabby Bernstein is a modern day author. She's a boss-ass woman. I absolutely love her. This book is amazing, and it's especially so good for those of you guys who are interested in learning how to let go and let God. The name kind of speaks for itself. Universe Has Your Back, and it's very lighthearted. It has a lot of just Western narrative to it. It's about just living your normal life and allowing God to step in. And the reason why I said it's connected to A Course in Miracles is because Gabby Bernstein is actually a person who teaches A Course in Miracles. So all of her narratives are inspired by A Course in Miracles. So yeah, if you are not interested in the whole complicated 800 pages of A Course in Miracles, then go ahead and read Gabby Bernstein's books, because quite frankly, they're amazing. The next book is freaking short. It's the shortest book on the list, and it's one of the most straightforward, straight on point kind of books, and it's called 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. Honestly, any book by Deepak Chopra is amazing, but this book especially so. If you're just looking for, a straightforward kind of a guideline to success, this is it. And this is all I have to say about it. It's amazing. It's literally probably 30 pages long, honestly, so just get it. The next book on my list is not a self-help book. You can't find it in a self-help section. It's actually a memoir by Elizabeth Gilbert called Eat, Pray, Love. You've probably heard about it because when it came out, it was a big boom. There's a movie with Julia Roberts. But if you're wondering why I'm adding this book to the list, it has a lot of spiritual wisdom to it. Elizabeth Gilbert is just kind of a normal woman living a normal life and trying to live it to the best she can with the knowledge that she has. And a lot of the times she asks herself really spiritual questions. She talks to God, and a lot of the time she is trying to find the answers to the fundamental truths. And this book is a good read for those of you guys who are just interested in having a good entertaining time reading something but also learning from it. Next book on my list is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. It's definitely my top 3 law of attraction books out there because it's just so full of wisdom. Once again, just like with the game of life and how to play it, if you're looking to learn from examples, if you're looking to learn from a lot of personal stories, this is a book for you. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind just has the ability to explain everything lightheartedly and systematically. It just kind of is a good read to read if you are looking for a systematic read that explains everything to you, that explains the whole workings of the law of attraction. So I 100% recommend it to anyone. It's definitely an easy read. Once again, I want to warn you, this book too is Christian. It has a little bit of a Christian skew, but not as much as the game of life as far as I remember. It just has some references to God, and to Jesus. So I definitely 100% recommend it, even though that I'm not Christian and I'm usually not very comfortable reading a lot of very, very Christian narrative. I had a lot of fun reading it. I definitely didn't see it as a problem, so I 100% recommend it to you guys. So yeah, I think this is it. These are 15 of my favorite spiritual / law of attraction books. I definitely feel like I've forgotten a couple. I definitely feel like I have a couple of others that I absolutely love and I'm just not thinking of them right now because I do read so much, but I definitely am planning on doing these every once in a while. So if you do have questions on what other books I like, leave them down below because I'm definitely going to be doing an update on this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up to support me. If you support this channel, if you like the kind of conversation that we're having here, then subscribe. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.